Most aspirants believe that if they spend enough hours with books, they are preparing seriously. But what if I told you that many aspirants are not actually studying, they are escaping, and they don't even realize it? Today I want to discuss a reality that many aspirants experience, but very few openly talk about. And that reality is this. Sometimes what looks like preparation from the outside is actually a form of escape. Now let me explain what I mean. When we start preparing for a competitive examination, we are usually full of energy. We have goals, we have plans, we have expectations. Everything feels exciting. But after a few months, things start changing. The syllabus starts looking bigger, the competition starts feeling tougher, the uncertainty starts becoming real, and slowly pressure begins to build. Now when human beings feel pressure, they often look for comfort, and that comfort can come in many forms. For some people it is social media, for others it is entertainment, but for many aspirants, comfort comes in a different form. It comes in the form of looking busy. That is why some aspirants keep collecting new books, some keep watching endless videos, some keep searching for better strategies, some keep making plans again and again, and all these activities feel productive. But the question is, are they actually moving forward realities, or are they simply avoiding uncomfortable realities? Because real preparation is not always comfortable. Sometimes preparation forces you to face your weaknesses. Sometimes it forces you to accept that you are struggling in a particular subject. Sometimes it forces you to confront poor performance in tests. And not everyone enjoys that experience. So what do many people do? They move towards activities that feel safe. Activities where they can remain busy without feeling judged. Activities where they can avoid measuring their actual progress. And this is where preparation slowly becomes escape. The person is still spending hours on preparation, but deep inside something has changed. The focus is no longer on improvement. The focus is on avoiding discomfort. Now, I'm not saying that everyone does this, but I'm saying that many aspirants go through this phase at some point of time. And if they do not recognize it early, months can pass without meaningful growth. One interesting thing I have observed is that aspirants often confuse activity with progress. They think, I studied for 10 hours, but the more important question is, what changed because of those 10 hours? Did understanding improve? Did confidence improve? Did clarity improve? Now these are difficult questions, but they are important questions. Because preparation is not only about effort, it is also about awareness. The ability to honestly look at your own preparation. The ability to ask yourself uncomfortable questions, the ability to recognize when something is not working, and the maturity to accept. Another reason this problem becomes serious is that preparation gives us a feeling of security. When we are preparing, we feel that we are doing something important, and that feeling is valuable. But sometimes we become attached to the feeling rather than the purpose. We start protecting our comfort instead of pursuing improvement, and that is dangerous because growth usually happens outside comfort. Now, before you misunderstand, let me clarify something. There is nothing wrong with feeling tired. There is nothing wrong with feeling confused. There is nothing wrong with struggle. Every serious aspirant experiences these things. The problem begins when we stop being honest with ourselves. The problem begins when we stop asking whether we are genuinely improving. That is why self-awareness is so important. Not because it gives instant results, but because it prevents us from drifting away without realizing. Many aspirants do not fail because they lack intelligence. Many do not fail because they lack effort. Sometimes they fail because they spend too much time doing things that feel productive rather than things that create growth. And the sad part is that this often becomes visible only much later. So if there is one thought I want to leave you with today, it is this. Do not measure your preparation only by how busy you are. Measure it by whether you are becoming better. Because being busy and improving are not always the same thing. And recognizing that difference may save you months or even years in your preparation journey. So take care and all the best.